What's going on, everybody? I'm Grim.
I'm Jolt King 627.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
And we are all your hosts, and welcome to PNNN.
Those of you who did the hard work to earn the Gjallarhorn in Destiny 2 and then pre-ordered the Nerf Limited Destiny Gjallarhorn may or may not have received an email announcing that your blaster is on its way to Bungie's warehouse for distribution, and it seems a rare few of you have even already received them. Over on Wacom S7's Discord, user The Bandersnatch shared some images of theirs, including the surprising inclusion of a triple elite firing shell, in addition to the expected mega firing shells. Questions and concerns immediately arose about the barrels in these triple mega shells only sealing on a small portion of the darts, but the final shell design does seem to leave a lot of room for improved 3D printed shells or modifications, and I suspect we will hear from the modding community on this one very soon.
And starting to show up on select Walmart shelves, the new Rival Pilot, a break-action single-shot pistol with massive iron sights, T-pull priming handle, hitting right around 90 feet per second, maybe a little bit more. Has a really interesting break-action feature that a lot of people are going to be very interested in for modding purposes. This is basically a direct successor to the Knockout with just as much, if not more, modding capabilities. At $11.97 USD, they are a bit more expensive, but if that doesn't faze you, start checking your local Walmarts to see if you can snag one. I know I did.
In Elite 2.0 news, we have the Slyshot. The Slyshot appears to be essentially a reskinned Snapfire, but with a much more comfortable handle. What it lacks in screws, it makes up for in price, coming in at a relatively affordable $5 United States dollars.
The start of the new year is always a season of reveals and leaks, and just in time, over on Reddit, Utter Travesty has brought us a long list of mystery products to pore over. These listings were found on Canadian website kidtoy.ca and mostly included a mix of names, code names, and prices in Canadian dollars without descriptions or images. This list of leaks includes 4 listings for new Nerf Gjallarhorn products ranging in price from $40 to $80 Canadian, evidence of Hasbro's continued focus on this product line and the Gjallarhorn concept in 2023. Also on the list is a Nerf Hyper Blaster, the MS Springer, a $70 Canadian blaster, presumably spring-powered. This is flagship pricing for a line of this type, and evidence that Nerf will also be continuing with the Hyper line in the coming year.
And continuing with other lines that have possibly more hype than Hyper, the Elite 2.0 line had a couple of leaks, starting with the Contender, a pump-action carbine-style 6-shot revolver coming in at around 25 CAD. And the teased Double Punch we caught a glimpse of Murph holding now has a price tag of around 50 CAD. While there isn't much else about the Double Punch, that price point will definitely give the community more to speculate on its functionality.
These leaks also include the usual bevy of licensed products, including 2 Minecraft Super Soakers, Axolotl, and Glow Squid, which have already started appearing on shelves, as well as the Alchemy, a $60 Canadian blaster, which may somehow be related to Minecraft's brewing mechanic, but we really don't know yet. Fortnite is represented by 3 microshots called the Guaco, Peelybone, and Bushranger, as well as the $60 Canadian Rad AR, which one can assume is a new skin of the Fortnite AR, but only time will tell for sure. Fortnite does have a Rad Emissions wrap, which I could see being produced with the yellow and black inverted for a safer appearance. Dungeons & Dragons is also getting in on the action with the $26 Canadian Walker and the Tatum, price unknown. As far as I know, neither of these names has an existing association with Dungeons & Dragons. Perhaps Walker is a codename for a zombie-themed item, but one can safely assume the new Dungeons & Dragons film will make the tie-in clear.
And speaking of themed items, we now have 3 possible entries into the Nerf Limited lineup for 2023, starting with new SS1, Our House 2, and Joseph. These are currently only code names, and we don't have anything else to go off of other than the pricing, which doesn't match any other existing products. We also now have a price point for the Star Trek Frontier blasters at around 180 CAD.
Making the news yet again, the Gameface Trion is now available for pre-order on blastertime.eu. So if you're in Europe and wanted one, you should now be able to get a hold of one.
There is a storm coming, the Sweetheart Storm to be exact. Coming in at $404 through Black Raisin's website, the Sweetheart Storm is a hybrid metal and resin 3D printed blaster that includes a fast rate of fire, 3 barrels for changeable FPS, and hits 220 FPS at its longest barrel. With all of that in mind, you would think that it has what it takes to take the AEG world by storm. Unfortunately, as it seems like with all current AEG launches, it isn't without its pitfalls. Users are currently reporting that there's breakages in the resin-printed parts upon arrival and shipment, or damage that is taking place while in use. Currently, to fix this issue, Argus Modworks, Mortality Nerf, are both creating their own separate 3D printed replacement kits, and there is an SLS nylon replacement kit that is available on Black Raisin's website. It remains to be seen, however, if there will be any official change to the blaster itself or fix for future buyers of the blaster at this time.
The X-Shot Skins Griefer is starting to appear at Target. It retails for $10 United States and appears to be a reskin of the usual Reflex 6, but this time with dart holders and of course coming in all the different patterns of the skins line.
Now for an interesting bit of news with an impact on our hobby's public face. In a YouTube community post, well-known foam-flinging content creator Coop772 has announced a pivot on his channel from general product reviews to content on topics he personally finds interesting in an effort to focus on creating more entertaining videos. Although the post didn't clarify any further, he did include a photo of a painted Dart Zone Tomcat, an interesting shift from his recent statements in Q&As that he no longer mods. Time will tell what this means for Coop's channel, but as one of the foam-flinging hobbyist channels with the largest reach at 1.6 million subscribers currently, we're all very interested to see what comes next and wish him all the best.
Have an itch for a weekend of fun? Enter Maryland Mayhem. Beginning on April 14th and ending on April 16th, Maryland Mayhem is a 3-day event featuring a competition, an HVZ, and a traditional day of gameplay. Day 1 kicks off with a tournament that sports a 5 to 8 player teams competing for competition prizes and bragging rights. Day 2 is a day-long event of a UMBC HVZ Invitational, which will support an all-day-long event which will have plenty of time to test your mettle and fight for your life. Day 3 ends on April 16th with 11th Hour. That runs from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. 11th Hour is a traditional-style gameplay day with traditional game types with a sporting an FPS cap of 150 FPS. Attendees must be 12 and older, and those under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult. For more information, make sure to follow the link in the description for the information on Maryland Mayhem on their official website.
This episode's mod spotlight goes to Casual Jerry for his Eve of Revenge, a hammer primed rough cut. This mod is absolutely gorgeous. It uses obviously a rough cut with the power system from the Roblox Jailbreak Armory pistol, specifically the green one, and a barricade grip integrated as well. It's got a custom-made metal trigger and metal hammer, as well as some hand-drawn art on it, which looks beautiful. In terms of performance, he's claiming it gets 60 to 65 FPS on the top 2 barrels and 50 to 60 FPS on the bottom 2 barrels, which isn't too shabby for what it is. Overall, it's a neat concept, and it was accomplished well. Nice work!
And thank you so much for checking out this second episode from the Provisional Nerf News Network. The response to our first episode has been really wonderful, and the feedback has been super helpful as we continue to evolve. You can support us by clicking the like button on this video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe most importantly, showing it to your friends to help us grow this new project. As before, you can expect to catch the accompanying podcast to this episode within the next couple of days, currently only on YouTube, although we are in the approval process for Apple Podcasts and a couple other platforms. Of course, we have a Discord where you can discuss the news with us in real time and contribute to the show, and we all have our own YouTube channels and Discords. You can find all that stuff linked down in the description. A huge thank you, as always, to both regular and new contributors to the Discord, all of our families that continue to tolerate us spending time on this project, and of course, you for watching and supporting us. See you next time.